Welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, so today we're diving straight into the current app to figure out exactly how to locate some of your absolute most crucial financial information. Ever been stuck trying to find your routing number and just don't know where to start? Well, today's Explainer will solve that exact problem for good. Seriously, we've all been there, right? You're staring at a direct deposit form from a new employer, or maybe you're just trying to pay a bill online and you're feeling that intense pressure to type in this massive string of numbers without messing it up. It is incredibly frustrating. But hey, don't worry. By the end of our time together today, you're going to be navigating this like an absolute pro. So here's our quick roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. What a routing number actually is. 2. Why you absolutely need it. 3. Exactly how to find it in the current app. 4. Some troubleshooting steps. And 5. A few extra insider tips. All right, let's jump right into section 1. What exactly is a routing number? So a routing number, which you might also hear called an ABA routing number, is a very specific 9-digit sequence. It's assigned by the American Bankers Association. I want you to think of it kind of like a mailing address or maybe a zip code, but specifically for your bank. In the massive, sprawling superhighway of our banking system, this number is what makes sure your money takes the correct exit. And honestly, it's pretty interesting because those 9 digits, they aren't just completely random. The first 4 identify the Federal Reserve Processing Center. The next 4 point right to the specific bank itself, and that very last digit is a clever little check digit used just for digital verification. Pretty cool, right? Now, this brings us to a really brilliant way to illustrate the difference between your routing number and your account number, because let's be real, people mix these up all the time. If the routing number is the zip code that gets the mail to your bank's general building, your account number is your private apartment number inside that building. Makes perfect sense, right? The routing number just gets the funds to the institution, but that account number, that makes absolutely sure it lands in your personal checking or savings account. When we really break down the differences here, the biggest thing to remember is privacy. Since the routing number just identifies the bank, it's totally public information. You can usually just Google it or find it right on a bank's website. But your account number, which is usually between 8 to 12 digits long, that identifies you personally. That makes it highly, highly private. You definitely want to guard your account number carefully and only ever share it through secure, verified channels. Moving right along to section 2, why you actually need to know your routing number. You're going to need to provide this routing number in quite a few really common scenarios. The biggest one, setting up direct deposit, obviously, so your employer can send your hard-earned paychecks straight into your current account. But you're also going to need it for paying bills online, think setting up autopay for your electricity or water bill. If you're expecting a nice tax refund from the IRS, they absolutely need this number to deposit those funds directly to you. And if you're trying to link your current account to a third-party budgeting app or maybe a peer-to-peer payment app like PayPal or Venmo, they are definitely going to ask for this routing number to establish that connection. But here's the absolutely crucial point. Accuracy is everything. Literally, a single wrong digit can cause massive headaches. I mean, entering the wrong routing number can mean your paycheck just bounces right back to your employer, causing a huge delay in getting paid. Or say an automatic bill payment fails because of a silly typo. You could get slapped with some really costly late fees. So please, always, always double-check those digits. Okay, section 3, the step-by-step guide on finding this number inside the current app. For the vast majority of users, this process is just wonderfully simple. Here's the standard navigation path you're going to want to take. First, grab your phone, open up the current app, and just make sure you're actually logged in. Next, glance down at that bottom menu and tap on the Account tab. And finally, just tap right on Account Numbers. Right there, clearly displayed on your screen, you're going to see both your routing number and your account number. You can usually just copy them right from that screen with a single tap. But wait, what if you're looking at your phone right now and your app interface looks a little bit different than what I just described? Do not panic. Behind the scenes, Current has actually been executing a phased transition of its technical ledger infrastructure. And because of this update, some accounts have already migrated over to a new system, which kind of slightly changes where things are located. So if you happen to be on that new updated ledger, here is your alternative path. Open up the Current app, but this time just stay right there on the Home tab. From that home screen, simply tap on Details. Boom. That's going to bring up the exact same credential screen showing your routing and account numbers. So if path A didn't work out for you, path B absolutely will. Now, here's a little extra tip. Sometimes an official form, like maybe a direct deposit authorization for your HR department, is going to ask for the specific name of your bank right alongside that routing number. Well, because Current is technically a financial technology company and not a bank itself, they partner with issuing banks. To find out exactly which bank holds your funds, just navigate over to Account and then tap Voided Check right in the app. There, it's going to state very clearly whether your specific partner bank is Choice Financial Group or Cross River Bank. All right, let's look at Section 4, troubleshooting some common app issues. So, one really common point of confusion out there is the difference between ACH and wire transfers. ACH basically stands for Automated Clearinghouse, and it's the network used for your routine domestic payments. Things like your direct deposit or paying that utility bill we mentioned. A wire transfer, on the other hand, is a completely different network entirely, and it's used for urgent, high-value transfers. What is absolutely vital for you to know here is that banks sometimes assign totally different routing numbers for ACH versus wire transfers. Using the wrong routing number for a specific transaction type can result in a completely rejected payment. So always make sure the routing number you grab from the app is the right one for the specific type of transfer you're doing. Now, what if you're tapping around the app and the menus we talked about just seem missing? Or maybe you're getting some kind of weird error. First off, remember that dual path we talked about just a minute ago? If you can't find it under Account, you've got to check under Home and Details because of that ledger migration. Secondly, and this is a big one, go check the App Store or Google Play Store to make sure you are running the absolute latest version of the current app. Honestly, an outdated app is the #1 cause of missing menu items. Which brings us to Section 5, Extra Tips and Insider Secrets. Okay, here are your top insider tips to take away from today. Number 1, and guys, I really cannot stress this enough, always double check your digits before hitting submit on any form. Number 2, treat your account number with extreme care. You should never share it publicly, don't send it over an unsecured email, and definitely don't just text it to someone. And number 3, if you ever run into a payment hiccup or maybe your direct deposit seems weirdly delayed, definitely utilize Current's in-app chat feature. Their support team is highly responsive and they can actually look into the exact status of a transfer for you. As we start to wrap things up, keep this essential quote in mind. Current is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by Choice Financial Group and Cross River Bank. Basically, this just means that while Current provides the really fantastic app interface and all those cool features, your actual hard-earned deposits are held safely and securely at FDIC-insured partner banks. And of course, we've got to give a quick professional disclaimer from our end. The information provided in this explainer is accurate as of its creation, but because fintech apps update their interfaces pretty frequently, you should always confirm these details and navigation paths directly within your own Current app or through their official support center. All right, let's lock all of this in with a rapid-fire recap. Remember this, your routing number, that's the public zip code for your bank. Your account number, that is your private apartment number. And you can easily find both of them right in the Current app by either navigating to Account, then Account Numbers, or if you happen to be on the new ledger, you go to Home, then Details. It really is that simple once you know exactly where to look. And that brings us to the end. So, did this explainer save you from a massive banking headache? I certainly hope it did. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our upcoming explainer sessions. And hey, drop a comment below. What ridiculously complex financial topic should we demystify for you next? Keep learning, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next explainer.